Hello, good day, and welcome to the Mix and Bake YouTube channel. Okay, we will be baking peanut butter cookies this day. So for your peanut butter cookies, you will need peanut butter. Any brand is okay, depends on you. You can also blend your peanuts and add some butter to it. Okay, now the recipe will be sent to the page where you can get the recipe. You need brown sugar, you need chocolate chips. That's optional, you don't have to add chocolate chips. You need your egg and your flour. Okay, and you also have your fork here. You also have your fork. It's also to give a variation of the cookie. All right, so when we start the making itself, you would understand what we need it for. Okay, I hope you get all what we need. I also have a cookie jars here, depending on the quantity you make, so you can have some cookie jars. All right, so we will be moving on to our mixer to mix now. What you need is a paddle attachment of your mixer. Okay, all right then, see you in the next lesson. Bye bye. Okay, there is an additional ingredient you will need. Some additional ingredients. You need butter. It doesn't have to be melted, it can be room temperature. You need some sugar. That's optional, depends on your sweet tooth and taste for sugar. Then you will need vanilla flavor. Okay, and of course you can incorporate any flavor you like. All right, so the granulated sugar is really to dust on the dough after rolling or cutting or making into cookie sizes, just to dredge on it or sprinkle on it if you think you need it. If you think you don't need it, you don't have to add it. Okay, so we're moving on. The first thing we'll be doing is adding our peanut butter into our mixer. Remember, you'll be using your paddle mix. Then the next thing is your sugar. So brown sugar. Then you add your egg. Then you mix. Just mix on low speed. Okay, so at this point we add our chocolate chip cookies. Remember, that is optional. Then we add our flour gradually. You mix a little. Then you add your flour. So I'm going to be adding my flour now. Okay, so we add our flour. Then you mix. Add some more. So I've added the rest of my flour and I'll continue mixing until everything is well incorporated. Okay, so at this stage we'll add a little bit of butter. Now the butter doesn't have to be melted. Actually, it doesn't have to be melted, and you can also add it with the peanut butter when mixing it. Okay, it's spilling out. So let me just grab this side. Just fell down again. So a little bit more butter, just to bind it. I'm trying to shield it from not spilling out. Okay, then some more butter. Of course, the quantity of butter is in the recipe. And the rest of the butter. Okay, so after adding our butter, we also need 1 teaspoon vanilla flavor. Like I said, you can decide to use your preference for flavor. Okay, and we continue mixing. Okay, so you mix until you can actually, can you see? It has come together. Can you see? Okay, so very important. So right now it's ready. Like I said, you do not have to add your butter at this point. You can either add it when you're creaming your peanut butter and brown sugar, So you add the butter then, or you can add it at the end, melted, all right? So you can try the two variations and see which one you prefer. Try a cookie with that one and try a cookie without that one. Okay, so we're going to go to our working table now and roll these cookies into our baking tray. Okay, ducks. Okay, so you need your baking tray. Make sure you line the baking tray, all right? So, tools on Instagram. Then my mix, okay? So I will start, remember I also said you need a fork, you know? So I will start with that. Okay? So basically, I grab my my dough, okay? I flatten it. Remember, it has some chocolate chip cookies, so I flatten it. So I'm going to do a few like this. I flatten, place them on, okay? I take a few more, roll into a ball, flatten. So I'm going to do like maybe 3 like that. I flatten. Okay, smells awesome, just like peanut butter. So if you really like peanut butter, this is your thing. Okay, so I place this here. Then I grab my fork to texture. Wonderful, isn't it? Can you see what I'm doing? Nice, lovely. So I do it the other way. Can you see that? So that's just to create that. Don't press too much so that it doesn't. Can you see that? Let me move it closer. Can you see? Beautiful, isn't it? That's just to create that effect. Okay, so I'll just make it neater. All right. So you can do this. Then the next one I'm going to do is the pinwheel one. Okay, so I wanted to show you, we've done quite a bit. I wanted to show you if you wanted an even cookie, you know, you would do this. Grab one of those ice cream scoops and make sure. Okay, you can see we've done quite a bit here. Now, if you wanted an even scoop so that all your cookies will be even, just grab this, okay? Grab this and place it on your, you know, so you will have even cookies all around, okay? You have even cookies all around. So so by the time I do this to all of them, they will all be evenly spaced, okay? So we have our last one. And I flatten. Okay, so I will be using this. Okay, I can decide to place some flour just so that it doesn't stick too much. So a bit of flour there. So okay, so just to texture. Can you see that? Of course, by all means, make sure yours is even. And you know, sometimes cookies don't have to be perfect, all right? They don't have to be all perfect. So I'm doing a crisscross. And by all means, if you have something else to texture, why not? Okay, so for the prim and proper people, you can just adjust. Okay. Okay, so our cookies are all set, and we've been able to get 24 out of this recipe. So remember I talked about sugar. You can decide to just spread a bit of sugar. It depends on you. It's not compulsory. Just spread a bit of sugar on each one. Okay, and you can do that while even rolling it in the palm of your hand. So I'm just going to do one tray like that. Then we move into the oven. So I'm not doing the second one, just one. All right. Of course, you can garnish with your chocolate chip cookies that were incorporated earlier on. But no, I just want mine like this. So I will be moving into the oven now to bake. Okay, on high heat, not too high, medium high. The temperature you need is in your recipe book. Okay. So see you when I'm pushing into the oven. Okay. So make sure your oven is not cold. All right. Make sure you don't place this in a cold oven. Okay. So into the hot oven it goes, or a preheated oven, very important. Okay, so when the cookies are set, I will be showing you what it looks like. Okay, okay, oven door shut, and that is what you have. Okay, after like 15-20 minutes, our cookies are ready. So we're just going to bring them out to cool off for a few minutes. After that, we will place it in our jars. All right, can you see that?